In the era of lightning-fast Wi-Fi and record-breaking 5G speeds, you might assume that offline games have become obsolete. However, it's not until you find yourself on an airplane that you realize the true value of offline games. In fact, there are numerous scenarios where 5G or internet access simply isn't available. So today, we're here to present you with the top 10 offline games of 2023 that you can enjoy without any internet connection at all. So without further ado, let's get started. Starting off at number 10, we have Rise of Demons. Rise of Demons is a very spectacular first-person shooter that makes an incredibly strong impression. When creating the game, the developers took as a basis the cult series Doom, which has become a legend in the gaming industry. The participant is waiting for the classic and addictive gameplay, epic battles with the forces of evil in different guises, stunning graphics with complex special effects and appropriate sound. In the game, the protagonist will have at his disposal a variety of weapons on which the mechanics and style of passing depend. Using a pistol or rifle requires more mobility, otherwise the hero will only have time to defeat some of the attacking enemies. A machine gun or grenade launcher allows you to immediately kill a crowd of monsters, so the gamer will have time to look around and aim carefully. Breaking into number 9, we have Warped Kart Racers. This is a fun cartoon racing arcade game. What you need to create a bomb project is take popular cartoons, pull out bright characters from there and put them at the helm of go-karts, and let them prove their coolness on crazy tracks. 20 characters from American Dad, Family Guy, King of the Hill, and Solar Opposites will be waiting for you to help you conquer all 16 maps. Complete daily tasks and unlock new characters, cars, and modifications. In terms of features, it has everything that you expect to see in this sort of game, including a single-player campaign for those who want to experience the game alone, and online options if you happen to have a competitive edge. Coming in at number 8, we have Endling. Endling takes you to a world full of color, but the color of destruction. Humans have started the crisis of environmental pollution. The world around you, just looking at it without even stepping into the adventure, is already clearly devastated. There was not a trace left of a livable planet. Under the Fox Mother's eyes, everything that is happening is even more terrifying, many times bigger. To find your way back to the children, who must be very scared in the cave, you will have to overcome your own fear and use all the skills you have to help you overcome all the fierce challenges going on the screen. In this dangerous side-scrolling 3D environment, even while accompanied by cubs, the whole family is not safe. Next up at number 7, we have Battle Strike. Battle Strike is an FPS where you form part of a special command unit and shoot all the enemies that cross your path. Use the weapons in your arsenal and move about each setting while shooting every opponent. In this game, you will be given dozens of missions to complete to progress through the map. Keep in mind the game lets you make shooting automatic if you want, meaning that you can focus your attention on the enemy's strategic positions and avoid getting caught in the crossfire. What's more, during each game, you can change weapons whenever you need to and also view the missions you need to complete. Overall, it has realistic visuals with 3D sequences that fully immerse you in the characters' backstories. Down to number 6, we have Shark Rage. Shark Rage is an unusual action game in which the player can feel like an evil shark. The participant is waiting for a dynamic gameplay and many exciting levels. As you progress, you will be able to upgrade the predator and personalize its appearance with the help of various skins and accessories. The game offers you 3 exciting modes. In Freeway, there are no restrictions and time limits. Assignments, you need to complete exciting tasks. Rage, the character can show all his rage. In any case, it all comes down to the fact that you have to eat marine life, birds, and people. To successfully attack, it is enough to choose the right moment. People will go about their usual activities: sunbathing on the warm sand, riding jet skis, or just swimming in the water. Moving on to number 5, we have Drone 5. Drone 5 is an action game where you fly the latest military drone, doing everything you can to support your troops down below by unleashing ruthless attacks against your enemies. You'll have missiles, flares, machine guns, and much more at your disposal. In the game, you can fly more than a dozen different types of drones, each one with its own unique characteristics. Some are more resistant to damage, others more agile, and there are even some best suited for hardcore attacks. Between levels, you can invest money in improving each of these attributes one by one. As you play the more than 200 levels that make up this game's campaign, you have to complete all kinds of missions. In some missions, you escort your units to a new location, while in others, you have to defend a particular zone. Next up at number 4, we have Lost in Play. This is the trial version of an action and adventure game in which you're immersed in a storybook world full of surprises. Your mission throughout each game is to help a pair of siblings find their way home. After several days lost in all kinds of settings, these kids need your help to dodge dozens of dangerous traps. Although this is a paid game, in this demo, you can admire the outstanding visuals that have helped this title win numerous awards. You can also enjoy the pleasant soundtrack and various dialogues included in this video game. The controls are pretty simple. Simply tap the screen to make the characters walk forward. At the same time, in order to solve puzzles, you'll have to tap on the objects and characters that you encounter as you roam around this beautiful 2D universe. Coming in at number 3, we have Unruly Heroes. This is an action-adventure game with beautiful two-dimensional graphics. It tells a story based on the ancient Chinese mythological novella Journey to the West. Since the beginning of time, the balance between the heavens, the earth, and all the beings living there has been held by the ancient Buddhist scriptures. However, no one could stop the strengthening of the ancient evil in time, causing the delicate balance to be destroyed and the manuscripts to be torn apart and scattered all over the land. At each level, you will find yourself in the role of one of the heroes who have unique abilities and characters of combat. The battles themselves are very dynamic. You will need to quickly react to the attacks of opponents, dodge and strike with lightning speed, not forgetting to use special skills. Next up at number 2, we have Spider Fighter 3. Spider Fighter 3 is a fighting game in which you play a Spider-Man who can move freely through the scenarios. The gameplay is very simple. To move your character, use the joystick. To climb buildings, on the other hand, simply tap the jump button and swing with a spiderweb that shoots up to higher areas. You can also jump next to the building, in which case your character will stick to the surface, letting you run or climb up it. Combat is easy because there's only one attack button. This button is great for killing enemies with 2 or 3 hits. However, you must be careful since your enemies can kill you too. As you complete levels, the game gives you money with which you can unlock new skins for your character. In general, this is an entertaining game with good graphics. And finally at number 1, we have Wreckfest. Wreckfest is a racing game that focuses on racing. It is different from other racing games. Compared with the thrill of competing for the first place, I prefer its real physical collision effect. There are no rules in this game, and what you play is extreme collision. This game has a super real physics engine. You can change your racing car at will in the game. You can choose what kind of your racing car, and the cars in the game are also very diverse. There are old cars, damaged cars, patched cars, they all have their own style. Whether you want to prepare your next crash race with reinforced bumpers, roller covers, body strips, or other parts, or boost your engine performance with air filters, camshafts, fuel systems, and more racing cars in older car races. And there you have it, our top 10 best offline mobile games to play in 2023. We hope you found some exciting titles to enjoy on your mobile device. And if you want to stay up to date on the latest and greatest offline games, be sure to keep checking back with us for more monthly lists. Happy gaming!